Welcome back. It is a spectacular weekend here in Cape Town, not because of the vistas, not because of the weather, but because the Cape Argus has arrived. We were lucky enough to be a part of last year's event. It is unforgettable. What a way to show Cape Town's spirit and what a way to test your body to the ultimate limit. Now, I've got a team here, undoubtedly. You can see how much of a team they are because they've got their tandem bike here, but father and daughter team of Guy and Gaby Lanfear. Guys, welcome to the show. It is awesome to have you here. Are you feeling nervous about the big weekend now that it's arrived? Guy, I'm going to start with you. You are a vet, so I'm guessing this is just a walk in the park for you, or is it ever?
You know, every August is different. It's such an exciting event, and I said, you know, somebody asked me the other day, they will ask me, are you ready? And I said, until you hit Edinburgh Drive, you don't know. So, but incredibly excited, yeah.
It's all about Seikobosi for me. That was the biggest mental challenge I think I've ever faced in my life. But you're doing this in a very different way. Give us a bit of background as to how you and Gaby are going to be hitting the Argus this year.
Look, Gaby's been watching me for years. This is my fingers and toes, the whole lot, my 20th, I think.
Wow.
And she's been watching for years, always wanted to do it, and this year we're very lucky. The organisers have allowed some of us to do it a second time. So it was a toss-up between doing it with my daughter and whether I wanted to lose my seeding, which I'd worked so hard to get. So what we've been allowed to do is to do it once. We race it in the early morning, two guys. We race it hard, my mate Jimmy and myself. He then gets off the back. Gaby gets on the back and we do it again. So obviously she's doing all the pedaling the second time around, you can imagine.
Yeah, of course. No, Gaby, I wanted to ask, is he going to be able to keep up with you? I mean, how has training been going? How are you feeling about the Argus?
Well, we did a race, but it's not very nice because my dad always shouts at me in the race, so it's...
Yeah, you've been outed, buddy. You've been outed.
It's nice that we're not going to race the Argus this year. We're just going to ride it.
And obviously you've had some experience riding, otherwise your dad wouldn't have this confidence in you. I think it's a big thing for someone who's done 20 of these things to put his trust in you. Tell us a bit about your kind of training. What have you been doing to get fit for the Argus?
Well, I do mountain bike riding and we all just go to Kai and do that. And we've done a few training rides, not a lot though.
Yeah, I suppose the big thing is you can't be fatigued going into something like this. You've got to have the right balance. How do you, as a cyclist who's been doing this now for some time, how do you approach the race and approach your training?
You know, Graham, every single cyclist is going to say the same thing. If we could dial in peaking on the day, I promise you, whoever could work that out would make their fortune overnight. And one does the same thing. One trains hard. One tries to train less in this last week. We're going to cycle the PPA awareness ride tomorrow morning as a family. Go up to the top of Chapman's Peak together gently. Haven't done much cycling this week, and we hope we've done enough. And she's relying on me, I think.
Yeah, no, I can see the bond there, and it will be tough. You guys are going to be pushed. I mean, Kat, Ewan and myself did it last year together, and we were screaming at each other. We really had to pull each other through this event, so I know what it feels like.
The one thing I do want to say is that the most incredible time to spend with your kid. Put you on the bike together with a common goal, with all those people supporting you, with that incredible vibe. It's something I can recommend to any father or mother to do with their kid. Fantastic.
I just wanted to ask you, before we let you guys go and get yourself into the zone, what do you have to say to Gaby before this big event, this big adventure that you're going to be doing together?
Have fun. Absolutely have fun. If she wants to stop, she must tell me. She wants to speak to even some young guy, I think I'll stop and let her talk.
And that is on camera. I hope you guys are recording that one. Now, all the best of luck. You're doing something that's unprecedented in the Argus. So I hope you guys are going to have a lot of fun and that it's going to be a success. But we're going to be looking out for you out on the road, and I think you're going to inspire a lot of families out there. So give me a high five, girl. Go and kick its butt. But Guy, all the best of luck, my friend.
Thank you, Graham.
Now, we know that this obviously has a big effect on the roads down in Cape Town, and you can get all of the details at cycletour.coza, but just a couple of things to be aware of. Please be advised that Herzog Boulevard, outbound carriageway between Herengracht and Christian Barnard, as well as Helen Suzman Boulevard, will all be closed in part. So just steer clear of the area. You can see what areas are going to be affected. This will obviously happen from Saturday afternoon through to Sunday afternoon. Now, race organisers have urged all residents in the areas affected by road closures to make use of alternative routes. There are a lot of other ways to approach these areas, and just make sure that you don't clog up or create issues on the day But what I would recommend is if you do live in those areas, put out the deck chairs on your road and support those cyclists, because that's what pulled us through the race last year. And you're going to help guys like Guy and Gaby get through what is a stiff but a lovely challenge. Go and show the best side of Cape Town.